You guys, I am so sad to announce that it is the end of a little era and that I'll be disappearing into the abyss for the rest of the day because the Pussycat Dolls just announced the cancellation of their North American tour. And even though I was so prepared for it and just knew that it was coming, that still does not make it any easier because as a real true fan of the dolls, I've waited for so long for them to get back together and do a tour here in the States because traveling abroad is quite expensive and it's just not something everyone can do, especially on such a short whim. Because when this tour was announced like a month or two ago, literally no one has had time to like get their life together and like even if I wanted to go abroad, I couldn't have. So like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to call somebody and like cry. Not really, but like I'm honestly truly heartbroken because I knew it was coming because I had been checking the ticket sales on a daily basis and it just was not there. The American demand was not there. I feel like they could totally come to the States if they just don't do like 50 something dates and that they also need to book the theater routes instead of amphitheaters. God forbid an arena. Um, because there are artists out there who do fantastic runs on tour by simply just going the theater route, like Danity Kane, Jesse McCartney, JoJo. I know Carly Rae Jepsen has done the theater tours, and there's literally nothing wrong with them. And I think that that would be the best route for them. And gosh, this is like such a live, raw reaction because I saw the Reddit post that was circulating on the internet saying that it was going to get announced at 4 p.m. Eastern and it's 3 p.m. and I'm in Central, so I knew it was about to get posted. And part of me was like wishing that it wouldn't happen. But in reality, had this show gone, like went on, then that would have meant that we would have gone to this show and like 90% of the venue would be open seats and they'd be performing to maybe 100 something people at our show. And that's so heartbreaking. So I do think some mistakes were definitely made. I do think that people were not given enough time to actually get the tickets. I do also think that the promotion rollout was not the greatest considering it was all interviews and such, but there should have been live performances. There should have been a music video and things like that. But when you're an independent artist, it's just simply not that easy. So I think that they just kind of like leaned in on their legacy. But when it comes to today's generation, you have got to get their attention because us millennials cannot do it on our own. You have got to get the attention of young concert goers. And that's something that is so incredibly hard to do, especially with the attention span of younger people. Like, I'm pretty sure if like things had been done the right way and it was announced like maybe back in the fall or the winter that they were going to do a summer tour, that people would have gotten on board more, or they could have had more time to like either do performances or they could have done music videos and just a lot more promotion because I mean the interview videos I saw were absolutely great. Now there's people out there that claim that those two are just acting like Nicole's friend because they just need a check, and I'm like, no, that's definitely not true. You can sense the sisterhood in there. Um, and I do think one day, I do love me some Nicole Scherzinger, but I do think one day the mic needs to be passed around and that the other girls truly need their moments to shine. And I just think that if they do that, then PCD is going to go to the absolute next level. It's going to go to the absolute next level. It is not too late, but babies, the clock is ticking because we are all getting older and there are some songs that would be just a little bit silly to be performing in our 60s. Like, I don't think anyone's going to be singing Loosen Up My Buttons in their 60s. I mean, I will be, but that's because I'm just a whole different walk of life. So, I mean, it's just so sad because I had gotten tickets to the Alpharetta, Georgia show, even though I'm a Nashville native. But that night, I'm actually seeing Hillary Duff. And oh, it's just so sad. So now I posted on my last episode, I said I had 6 concerts to go to this year. Scratch that, girls. I got 5 to go to. But I'm super excited about those shows too. Like, I'm meeting Grant Kanoki next week. I'm seeing O Town at the City Winery, seeing Madison Beer at Atlanta. I'm seeing TLC and In Vogue and Salt and Pepper in Franklin. And I'm also at that same venue seeing Hillary Duff at that same venue in Franklin. So I've got a lot to look forward to. And with the Grant Kanoki show, I got meet and greets. So I'm actually going to be meeting him. So that's pretty exciting. And I really hope that the Pussycat Dolls, I hope they kind of like revamp it and bring it back maybe next year and just truly try something different and do the theater route instead. Now, if it doesn't go the theater route and even those don't sell, then Queens, I think it's just time to wrap it up here in the States and just realize that the Europeans, that's more your audience, and that me and the minorities of the Pussycat Doll fans here in the States, we're just going to have to book it overseas and go see our girls because I will not be giving up on the dolls. I've been waiting for quite some time to see them live, and I will not be giving up on this dream. And this is so sad because um this is the second tour in the past 6 years that they've had to cancel because of circumstance. Because the first one was because of Miss Rona, and then the second time around was due to just low ticket sales. And it was just so sad because even the tickets had gone down through Live Nation. They had gone down to $30, some of them. And that still was not enough to get people on board. And I just think that the amphitheaters was just shooting for the stars. I mean, even Louis Tomlinson is having a problem selling out amphitheaters, and he's in one of the biggest boy bands of all time. Like, he's from One Direction and still has problems selling out even amphitheaters. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Megan Trainor, she was able to sell out some arenas last time around and all the amphitheaters that she did her last go around. But then this go around, when it was mostly all arenas, the demand just wasn't there. And maybe it's because people had just seen her about a year and a half ago at the Timeless tour, and that the demand was just not there, or people had already seen her and they're like, okay, I don't need to see it again for a while. Um, and then there are some acts that just aren't the kind of the acts that like need to tour every single year and can tour every single year. But it's just so disappointing because I was so ready to go and have that moment with Miss Jackie. And if you guys don't know, Jackie's one of my very, 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 very good friends. I love her to death. And we were going to go and have a moment at this show. And I love how she was so optimistic and was just like, hopefully it won't get canceled and, it'll happen. But I was checking daily and my heart was breaking on the daily. Now, I will say this: when Live Nation did their promotion, their sale, I was like, "Oh my god, people are starting to buy tickets now," because I checked the Alpharetta, Georgia show, and like every single row had somebody buying tickets. And then it just kind of stopped, and I was like, "Okay." I'm like, "Okay, okay. I think this is as good as it's going to get." And I'm like, "Heartbreak Nation, oh my gosh. I hate that this is happening, you guys." I'm just like, I want to report sad news. But yeah, I'm just, girls, if y'all, listen, if they're going to come back and do this again, we need a video. We need promotions. We need none of the flubs in interviews. Like, girl, they ripped my girl Nicole to shreds in those that viral moment where she was like, "We as as women today," and yada yada yada. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see what Carmit and Jessica are gonna have to say about this. And Jessica's gonna say something shady because I am sorry, but like, girl, no. I'm like, girl, honestly, no. It's no, 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 no. And I just and if you don't know why I'm saying no to all of that, just look up some of her interviews. She's been very, very, very shady towards the dolls. And it's like, how can you go on and on about the disappointment and this and that and all the negative things about it? No, I didn't get to sing and I never got to do this, never got to do that. But then the reunion comes around, like, why wasn't I asked? Why wasn't I asked? Like, I thought it was a little disrespectful. I wasn't asked this. I'm like, you literally keep slandering the name. And I'm like, girl, just be proud of the heyday and just leave it alone because they're not vibing with you anymore. And but you know what? All hope is not lost. I would love to see the girls that want to come back all be there and friendships mended and like wounds get healed and things like that. Cause I mean, even though Jessica rubs me the wrong way with a lot of stuff that she says, um, I will say she still is a vital member of the group, especially Carmi because she had been there since the very beginning. I do think that it is imperative that all the girls are there. And let's face it, the more girls you have, the better chances for Nicole because the Pussycat Dolls is basically, I mean, you have to have all the girls. It just simply does not work with just Nicole and like two girls. Apparently in America that just does not work. But I think promotion had a lot to do with it. But when you think Pussycat Dolls, you don't think of a trio. You think of like a dancing troupe, an actual girl group where there's like 5 or 6 members. And you know what? My friend Rob, I ain't gonna drop names. I almost did. I almost did. I almost did. I'm not gonna drop names, but I got a friend who literally was like all 8 of them. I'm like, girl, there's literally not 8 of them. There's 6 of them. Stop playing in my face. But no, she's just being funny. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could talk about this for days. And I was so ready to like talk about the concert and like do a deep dive episode, which I still will do that because I would love to do like a deep dive on their discography. And then just kind of celebrate their legacy. And yeah, I hate that it's only episode 7 and I'm already talking about the cancellation of their tour. It's so sad, you guys. Oh my gosh. And I never post back to back episodes. Y'all know that I only post one a week or I post one every other week. But baby, this is some serious business. Like I have got to get this off my chest. And I thought that a real, raw, honest reaction, not that I'm never not honest, but like the actual reaction, because literally we just found out about this like 15 minutes, like 20 something minutes ago. And yeah, hearts are breaking. Hearts are breaking. Every millennial who bought tickets, we are, uh, we're devs. We're so devs today. And I think I just made up a word for devastated. We're devs. Oh my god, you guys remember Dev? The girl that was like, "Da, da, 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 dancing in the dark. Bah, 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 da, da, da." I love that song. Jackie, if you're listening, I think you like that song too. Weren't you a big Dev fan? Girl, text me. Um, yeah, this is, oh gosh, you guys. If I could just hightail it to Europe and be part of one of those shows, that would actually be one of my dreams. Like, one of my dreams is actually to get to the UK and actually, like, go to the O2 and see a concert that way. Because the European audience, they are so loyal. Americans, it is just, they will love you today and hate you tomorrow. It is so hard to break it over here. It's so hard to break it over here in the States and to be consistent. It's so hard because even when the Pussycat Dolls, when their second album rolled around, it did not sell as much as the first one. And the singles did not perform as well for the second album as they did for the first. Now, don't get it twisted though, because, oh, you guys, I'm sorry. When I grow up, and I hate this part, we're literally always on the radio here in the States. I have heard, I hate this part, like at least 1,000 times on the radio since it's come out because that song still holds today. I actually heard that on the radio not too long ago and it was so nice. Like it was so nice to hear that song on the radio not too long ago. And I was just like, oh my God, my girls, like, like just a big ballad. But and I hate this part. Are the other girls even singing? Because it legitimately sounds like just Nicole is singing. I don't know. In a perfect world, when they all get back together, I would love to hear the other girls sing because I know Jessica and Carmi, they're really good vocalists. They can sing. I know Kim and Ashley, they do their thing too, and they can sing as well. I know that dance is primarily what they do, but they can all sing, and I would love for them to do a revamp. And I'm like, Nicole, yes, you can start the songs, and yes, girl, you can do the bridge, but share that second verse with those girls and let those girls split that second verse. Because I'm like, goodness gracious alive, oh my goodness. And it's not too late. It is not too late. And also on the American tour, we were gonna have Maya and Lil Kim on the American tour, and unfortunately that's not happening anymore. And I feel for them as well because I'm sure they were ready to get out on the road in a month and just get everything going. And now I sit and wait on my refund. What am I gonna do with that? I'm like, what am I gonna do with my refund? Probably go get a double hamburger somewhere with the first portion of it. I don't know, eat my feelings away. But no, I'm not going to, because I have a friend who's probably listening to my podcast, and he's always rooting for me to do well with my health and get everything together. So, Aaron, for you, I will not buy a hamburger with my refund. I will not do it. And you'd be very proud. I got grilled chicken and a salad for lunch today. And yeah, total side note. I've been on like a health kick again, because last year I was on a health kick and I lost like 20 pounds. And then one day it rained and I wasn't exercising. And then I also got sick. And then when I recovered, that was pretty much it. I literally gained back everything that I lost, and actually gained a little bit more. And like now I'm back where I started, and it's not worse, but I'm back at the exact same starting point that I was. And so the day is still young. I still have time to get some crunches in, a walk in, and yes, I will be working on that. And I don't think anybody that's listening to this wants to hear about my health journey. So moving on, I'm so excited to have my other concerts ready. Now I've been checking that O Town at City Winery, and they're not selling a lot of tickets for that either. And I'm like, girl, that's the 25th anniversary of their debut album show. And I'm like, that is literally to the date, I think. And I'm like, oh my God, if that gets canceled, what a bust. But I didn't see meet and greet tickets on there, so I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed by that, because I would have loved to meet the guys and take a picture with them. I wish Ashley Parker Angel was there just to have the full lineup and do the whole anniversary with all five of them. But the four of them is perfectly fine. As long as Dan is there, I'm good, baby. I'm good as long as Dan is there. Because, honey, he can sing, and he's such a good singer. And, oh my gosh, he's so cute. Oh my God, I cannot. Gotta tone it down, you guys. My husband's in the next room trying to work. So, yeah, that's just, oh, I just really had to get on here and make this quick episode for everybody, and just consider it like a deluxe to yesterday's episode. And you know what? I really do need to get back into posting episodes every single week instead of like every other week, because I know that when I first started my podcast, I was like episodes weekly. So I don't want to let my viewers down, or my listeners down. Hey, it will be viewers very soon. I want to get my camera, just best believe. And I'll have a cute little setup, and I can't wait to interview people. And by people, I mean my friends, because I don't have the means to get like famous people on here, but that would be amazing. I'm actually friends. Well, I wouldn't say friends, but I'm actually really cool with some well-known people, and I actually should reach out to them and see if they would be willing to come on my show. We shall see. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. So, some episodes that I have coming up. I know I want to talk about my Mount Rushmore of pop, like who is my personal Mount Rushmore. Also, I would love to do a deep dive on meeting your childhood heroes, because I've actually done that a lot quite lately over the last few years, and it has been so healing to my childhood. I literally tell everybody, go meet your childhood heroes, and seriously, go to conventions and meet the people that helped shape who you are by bringing you so much happiness as a kid. Because I'm telling you, those people played such an important part of your life, and you should tell them that. You should let them know that. And I did that by when I go to conventions and I meet, like, for example, like I meet the actors that played on Power Rangers, and I let them know, I'm like, you guys had such an impact on me as a kid. Like, I loved having your action figures. I loved watching your show. When I didn't have many friends, like, I loved watching the TV show. It always made me feel so included. I loved the diversity and things like that. I loved that, like, girls could be superheroes too, and it wasn't just boys and things like that. And yellow was always my favorite color, and I loved the Blue Rangers. And yeah, I think it's so important to meet your childhood heroes, and I want to do an episode on that for sure. So yeah, so everybody just stay tuned, and thank you for listening to me gab about my heartbrokenness of the dolls. And yes, just keep me in your thoughts, because I'm about to drift away into the abyss like a slug, and I'll probably just be a worthless vegetable for the rest of the day, and probably look like an expired piece of broccoli by the end of the day. So we shall see. I'm so, 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 so sad. And everybody, keep Nicole in your thoughts, because she's really trying to do something for the fans, and ain't nobody even going to see her movie. I've never seen theaters so empty in my life. I'm like, baby, I'm gonna have to go and buy me a whole row to support, even though I'll be the only one in there. But give me that whole row to myself. That means nobody can get up and make me move. Well, nobody would anyways because nobody's coming. But yeah, I will probably end up getting me a ticket and hightailing it to an AMC. But yeah. But you guys, thank you for listening. And thank you guys for going on the Pussycat Doll journey with me because that was what my very first episode was about. And here we are, episode 7, and it's coming to an end. So now I will just do a regular deep dive. And just so you know, I will be going through all their greatest hits. And I hope everyone gets their popcorn and loves to listen because the girl group deep dives, they're coming. They are absolutely coming. And I'm going to get better about posting episodes and just be on the lookout because I might even post another one by the end of the week. Who knows? So, yes, I love you guys. And thank you guys for all the support and like real seriousness, all jokes aside. I am so thankful for all the support that everybody has given me on my show. Even if it's just a like, anything, comments, anything. I am so thankful for the people that have supported my show. And there is more to come. And I'm so excited to share with everybody. So, on that note, run for your lives before I keep talking some more. Okay, bye, you guys.